Good morning. First up, I have Yacel Cabrera. PD, can I have the public defender identify himself, please? All right. I could temporarily appoint you. He does qualify for PTR. Yeah. Okay. So, do you waive his appearance at initial appearance? All right. He's been arrested for trespass after warning. There is probable cause for his arrest. I will stay bond at $250 or PTR if he finishes the assessment and qualifies. I will temporarily appoint the public defender. Next is Jose Camaglia. Could you tell me your name? And Mr. Samaglia, you were arrested for domestic battery by strangulation. I do find probable cause for your arrest. Hold on. I read that in the report. And I'm not going to decide whether you're guilty or not guilty today. That is not for today's decision. You are entitled to bond, and I will give you bond. I will temporarily appoint the public defender. Does the public defender wish to be heard with regard to the matter of bond? All right, I will set bond in the amount of $500. At this stage, I'm going to order no contact until the victim can actually come in and see a judge at a bond hearing. I will require that they maintain separate residences, but I will allow Mr. Samaglia to go to the house on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve his belongings. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Juan Diaz. And do I have an interpreter yet today?
They didn't come today.
I don't. Can I do it while I'm on with them?
You should be able to. Should be able to like add a call.
Add this. Okay. Interpreter.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn.
All right. Could you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear that you will translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English the testimony today?
Yes, I do. To the best of my abilities, Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter.
Thank you. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre. Juan Díaz.
Mr. Diaz, you have been arrested for driving without a valid driver's license,
Señor Díaz, usted fue arrestado por conducir sin licencia válida,
attaching a tag not assigned,
utilizar una tablilla que no estaba asignada al vehículo,
possession of cocaine,
tenencia de cocaína
and possession of drug paraphernalia.
y tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Determino que hay indicios de criminalidad para su arresto.
I will appoint the public defender temporarily to represent you.
Se designa de manera provisional al abogado de oficio para que les represente.
You do qualify for release on pretrial release.
Usted cumple con los requisitos para ser puesto en libertad bajo el programa de libertad provisional.
So you may be released on PTR or bond.
Así que usted podrá ser puesto en libertad bajo este programa de libertad provisional o bajo fianza,
Whichever you prefer.
la que usted prefiera.
On the operating, driving without a valid driver's license and attaching a tag not assigned, I will stay bond at the amounts previously set.
En cuanto a la acusación de conducir sin licencia válida y de utilizar una tablilla que no estaba asignada al vehículo, la fianza se mantiene tal cual fue establecida previamente.
On the possession of drug paraphernalia, I will stay bond at $500.
En cuanto a la acusación de tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas, la fianza se mantiene tal cual en $500.
And on the possession of cocaine, I will reduce the bond to $1,000.
Y en cuanto a la acusación de tenencia de cocaína, se disminuye la fianza a una de $1,000.
Again, you may either be released on PTR or bond as you choose.
Nuevamente, usted podrá ser puesto en libertad, ya bien sea participando del programa de libertad provisional o bajo fianza, como usted prefiera.
Yes, for both cases. Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna duda?
Yes.
Su señoría, quiero clarificar, él tiene la alternativa de participar del programa de libertad provisional en los 4 cargos, sí. Gracias, su señoría.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Are there any other inmates that need the Spanish interpreter that I need to move up? Okay, give me just a moment to find his paperwork. All right, I've got it. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre. Jean Luis Nova Ruiz.
Sir, you were arrested on 2 separate cases.
Señor, usted fue puesto bajo arresto en 2 casos aparte.
On the first case, you were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia.
El primer caso es una acusación de tenencia de cocaína y de tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas.
I will stay bond I find probable cause for your arrest.
Determino que hay indicios de criminalidad para el arresto.
I will stay bond in the amount of $1,000 on the cocaine charge and $500 on the paraphernalia charge.
La fianza permanecerá tal cual, $1,000 para la acusación de tenencia de cocaína y $500 ante la acusación de tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas.
You were also arrested for possession of heroin with intent to sell or deliver.
Usted también fue puesto bajo arresto por tenencia de heroína con la intención de entregar o de vender.
And possession of drug paraphernalia.
Y tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Determino que hay indicios de criminalidad para su arresto.
I will state bond in the amount of $7,500 on the heroin charge and $500 on the paraphernalia charge.
La fianza permanece tal cual, $7,500 en la acusación de tenencia de heroína y $500 en la acusación de tenencia de instrumentos para el uso de drogas.
I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you.
Se designa el abogado de oficio para que les represente provisionalmente.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna duda? No.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Are there any other inmates that need the Spanish interpreter? Sir, could you tell me your name?
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre. Roberto Gutierrez.
And Mr. Gutierrez, you were arrested for 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Señor Gutiérrez, usted fue puesto bajo arresto ante 3 cargos de agresión, de intimidación agravada con arma letal.
I do.
Su señoría, tenemos aquí un reclamo en cuanto a que haya indicios de criminalidad. El affidavit policial no tiene fundamentos fácticos, no indica que hayan testigos ni que la policía haya observado algo, por lo tanto nosotros consideramos, y en la posición de la defensa, de que este affidavit es deficiente.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Determino que hay indicios de criminalidad para su arresto.
You are entitled to bond.
Usted tiene derecho a fianza.
Does the state wish to be heard with regard to bond?
¿La fiscalía desea hacer algún pronunciamiento en relación a la fianza?
Your Honor, based on the charges, the state would request that the bond be set at a reasonable amount.
Su señoría, por los cargos que se han presentado ante este acusado, la fiscalía solicita que la fianza se fije en una cantidad razonable.
And sorry, Wendy Gaskins for the state.
Y disculpe, es la licenciada Gaskin en representación de la fiscalía.
What says the defense with regard to the amount of bond or release?
¿Y cuál es la postura de la defensa en cuanto a la cantidad de la fianza o de la puesta en libertad? La defensa también solicita una cantidad razonable.
I will set bond in the amount of $2,500 on each count.
Se fija fianza en la cantidad de $2,500 en cada cargo,
with the following conditions.
con las siguientes condiciones.
You will have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victims.
Se le prohíbe todo tipo de contacto con la víctima.
You will possess no firearms or other weapons while out on bond.
Se le prohíbe la tenencia de armas de fuego y de todo tipo de armas mientras se encuentre libre bajo fianza.
Do you have any questions, sir?
Señor, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? Yes, it wasn't a firearm, it was a BB gun.
I see that.
Sí, eso lo veo. That is all.
I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you.
Se designa el abogado de oficio provisionalmente para que les represente.
Have a good day, sir.
Que tenga buen día, señor. You as well, thank you.
Anyone else that needs the Spanish interpreter in Osceola County?
Your Honor, would you like me to make an announcement?
That would be great. Thank you.
¿Alguna de las personas que se encuentran en la sala necesita los servicios del intérprete al español?
All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter. We will call you when we have more inmates from Orange County.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. How do I end that call?
No.
Hopefully she hung up. All right. Dimitri Francois?
Your Honor, there's
Yes.
a witness outside for this defendant.
Okay. Dimitri Francois. Good morning. Sir, could you tell me your name? Okay, Mr. Francois, you were arrested for violation of conditions of pretrial release. I do find probable cause for your arrest in this matter. You are entitled, well, actually on a violation of PTR, you're not entitled to bond. I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you. I believe that we have someone here that wishes to be heard. Sir, could you raise your right hand to be sworn?
My name is Jean Robert Francois. I'm Dimitrius Francois' father.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Could you tell me your name?
Jean Robert Francois.
And you are the father of Dimitri Francois?
Correct.
Right. What is it that you wish to tell me?
Basically, I don't wish to tell you anything. He didn't do anything. He's been good to me. He's followed the rules. I don't know why he's here.
He's here because he was ordered by Judge Epperson, I believe, to have no contact whatsoever with you and not to reside in the same home with you.
But he's upstairs. He's fine. That's his house. And I dropped the case last week.
I don't think it's been dropped yet. And until it's dropped or Judge Epperson changes his order, he cannot have any contact with you and he cannot live in that house, or he's subject to being arrested. So what I will do is I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $500 under the same conditions as Judge Epperson said in the original case, which is no contact with John Robert Francois, maintain a separate residence. So, sir, until Judge, and if that can be changed if Judge Epperson changes the conditions of his release in 21 MM 97.
Your Honor, I apologize. Could you repeat the bond amount, please?
$500.
Thank you.
Are you taking any action?
I am not taking any action on the out on bond. So, Mr. Francois, the senior Mr. Francois, do you have any questions, sir?
Well,
I know you don't like the conditions that Judge Epperson placed, but he's going to have to change them. I am not going to change them.
it's not about lack. He apologized to me. He wrote me a letter, and I dropped the case last week, and I don't see anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong to me. I don't see why he's here.
I understand your predicament. However, that case has not been officially dropped by the state attorney's office, so it is still an active case. Mr. Dimitri Francois, do you have any questions, sir? No, I don't. You may want to talk to your attorney. He does not have the ability on his own to close the case. The state attorney actually has to file a document that indicates they are not going to prosecute. I will permit you to return to the residence on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. You do not qualify for PTR. And I did set a bond. You are no longer being held at no bond. All right, thank you. Have a good day. And if someone could let Mr. Francois out of the box.
Oh, she couldn't hear you. I apologize.
Okay. Oscar Fuentes. Tell me your name, please, sir. Mr. Fuentes, you were arrested for driving while license revoked with knowledge. I do find probable cause for your arrest. Bond in that case is set in the amount of $500. I'm going to add the condition that you not drive without a valid driver's license. You are out on bond on a DUI. And this new charge has violated the conditions of that release. I am going to revoke your cash bond in that in 2021 CT 126, and I am going to order that you be held at no bond until you see the judge in Osceola County. I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you. Do you have any questions? Next will be Kathleen Garcia Rodriguez. She qualifies for PTR. Do you want me to temporarily appoint the public defender and waive her appearance at IA? Yep, we can reset this to tomorrow. Next, I have Victoria Martinez Lugo. Tell me your name, please, ma'am. You have been charged with battery. I do find probable cause for your arrest in this matter. You are entitled to bond. State, do you wish to be heard with regard to the amount of bond or other conditions of release?
No, Your Honor, the state will leave that in your discretion.
Thank you. Does the defense wish to be heard? All right. I will set bond in the amount of $500. I will order that you have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim and that you maintain a separate residence from him. However, you may go back to your residence as long as he's not living there. I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you.
Did they have a do not consume alcohol as a condition?
Not on this one.
Okay, so I'll strike that.
That was on the last one that we didn't do. It's been reset.
Okay.
Next, I have Max Rivera. tell me your name, please, sir? Mr. Rivera, you have been arrested for battery. I do find probable cause for your arrest in this matter. You are entitled to bond or other conditions of release. State you wish to be heard with regard to the matter of bond.
Your Honor, we'll leave that in your discretion.
Right. Defense, do you wish to be heard? All right. I will, Mr. Rivera, I will set bond in the amount of $500 with the following conditions. You will have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim. You will maintain a separate residence from the alleged victim. If you have belongings at this location and she is still living there, then you may return one time with law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. Have a good day. I'll temporarily appoint the public defender. I do not have an on-view arrest on that probation violation, so I'll leave that for the probation office, or
You have a case number so I can see you taking no action on it?
I got a case number here. Do we know when the probation ends? All right, and what is the charge? All right, then I will take action on that probation. On 2018 CF 3422, I will order that he be held without bond on the probation violation. And temporarily appoint the public defender to represent him on that matter as well. Next is Glorimar Ramos Pagan. All right, she also qualifies for PTR. Do you want to reset for tomorrow, counsel? All right, we will reset her for tomorrow. Next, I have Ryder Thacker. Sir, could you tell me your name? Mr. Thacker, you are arrested for battery. I do find probable cause for your arrest in this matter. You are entitled to bond or other conditions of release. State, do you wish to be heard with regard to the bond or conditions of release?
Your Honor, we'll leave that in the court's discretion.
Thank you. Defense, do you wish to be heard? All right, Mr. Thacker, I will set bond in the amount of $500 with the following conditions. You will have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim. You will maintain a separate residence. If you have belongings in that residence and she is still there, then you may return on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Do you have any questions, sir?
Does he have a do not cancel alcohol here?
I did not make a note of them.
Okay. I'm
No.
gonna take it off. I just wanted to verify before I actually.
Yeah, it wasn't alcohol related. All right, thank you. Have a good day, sir. Next, I have Edward Zepp. Mr. Zepp, could you tell me your name? Mr. Zepp, you were arrested on an out-of-county warrant out of Seminole County. There was no bond set on that warrant. I will temporarily appoint the public defender to represent you with regard to your stay in the Osceola County Jail. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. Have a good day. And that should conclude Osceola County. Thank you.